Hello and welcome to the first annual Iola Car Show virtual benefit auction. Thank you for all joining us tonight. I'm your host, Mark Sether. I'm a member of the Iola Car Show board member for a little over 10 years, and I'm honored to be your MC tonight. Technicalities are first, so let's make sure you're registered as a bidder for our auction. First place you need to go out to is the website, iola.givesmart.com. That's iola.givesmart.com. You'll be able to view our lots and our raffle baskets. But to place a bid and buy a basket, you need to be registered. So take a look at the website. You can either bid on the item or register as a bidder and follow through in that link. If you have any questions, just go to the webinar chat to answer, as we have the staff here will answer any of your questions. Now, our timeline for the events this evening. We'll have a few videos, then our executive director will give you a few words. Later, we'll hear from Jenny and Wayne from W. Yoder Auctions. To close, the Iola Car Show staff, and wait till you see them, we'll be presenting some of our winning lots tonight. This is the start of an incredible fun night, so grab your drink, let's have some fun and hang out with us as we celebrate and count down to our first ever Iola Car Show virtual benefit auction.
In the year 2020, would have been certainly the 48th annual Iola Car Show, something we were really looking forward to celebrating, a show in honor of the 70s. Instead, like just about every other event in America, COVID has shut us down. We made the decision in May to cancel the show. We really didn't have much choice. We need the volunteers, we need the crowds, we need safety. This is a big undertaking that we work on all year round. This is what we do. We're a professional team with an unbelievable supporting cast of volunteers, and there are 100,000 or more people that come to be a part of this every year. We can't just say, we're folding up our tent, see you next year. We have to do something, and so the idea of the Rally for Iola was really born. And that name wasn't, just chosen by accident. I mean, we're putting on a car rally, we're putting on a cruise, and we're rallying behind a cause. And that cause is the nonprofit Iola Car Show that feeds 130 different organizations that depend on us each year. So in 2020, the Rally for Iola is really about sustaining this organization so that we can continue giving this incredible experience to all of the people that have been coming for years and supporting all of these incredible organizations that rely on our success. And so the Rally for Iola, the concept was born, and it really became kind of a, if you build it, they will come. We figured we'd probably have people driving into Iola that weekend no matter what, so we got to work and to the task of building a safe, secure, fun, positive event, and that's what we did. There's a ton of different perspectives that are a part of the Iola Car Show. There's people that exhibit their cars in the Blue Ribbon area, and they've been coming with their parents or grandparents, since the early 70s or perhaps late 70s. There's fourth generation show car exhibitors. There's people who don't care at all about cars or even parts. They come to camp, and there's kids here with their grandparents, and their grandparents have been coming since they were kids. We've got volunteers out in the parking lot parking cars that are fourth generation, volunteers for this show. So we started thinking about what does it mean to different people to come to Iola, and you start, you close your eyes and you visualize, you jump in your car, maybe you're in Iowa, maybe you're, down the road, maybe you came from Seattle, for this event. And the closer you get to Iola, the more classic cars you start seeing, and suddenly, there's one or there's two or there's three, and they all just converge, and that's just this vision that we had in our head of what that day could be. People came with such a positive attitude, in this year where nobody can do anything. These people that are passionate about this hobby and what we do, they came together with a positive attitude. We put on shows once a year, and you can't please everybody. But this is an event where truly everybody was happy, everybody was patient, everybody was kind. They were just so thankful that there was something to do, and it wasn't, we're going to see you guys next year. We gave a lot of people, not only at the showgrounds participating in it, but in all of the surrounding communities who got to watch this 2-hour parade of beautiful classic cars cruise by, you know, it was uplifting. It was, you know, the American no quit spirit coming together saying, not us, you know, we're not going to just, you know, get by. We're going to make it through this thing, and we're going to be better than ever next year.
My name is Joe Opperman, and I'm the Executive Director of the Iola Car Show and Swap Meet. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight and being involved in the first ever Iola Car Show benefit auction. We just shared a video that recapped this year's Rally for Iola car cruise. While the Rally for Iola was an incredible event, the reality for the business of the Iola Car Show is that there's simply no replacing the revenue generated at our traditional July event. I'd like to take a moment to thank the businesses that stepped up to become friends and family sponsors of tonight's event. Neville Motors, Bernatello Foods, Bank First, Yoder Auctions, Bravo Auctions, Culvers of Stevens Point, Rawhide Youth Services, the Central Wisconsin Electric Co-op, Century Foods of Iola, the Iola Scandinavia Chamber of Commerce, J.H. Findorf and Sons, the Iron Grill of Iola, and the Sky Club Restaurant of Plover all made monetary sponsorships, and many of them also contributed items. We also received support from several businesses and private parties who donated items and raffle baskets to be a part of tonight's auction. We really appreciate their support. Next, I'd like to introduce Mark Dahl. Mark is the current president of the Iola Lions Club. The connection between the Iola Lions and the Iola Car Show goes way back to the beginning. The Iola Lions are the #1 recipient of funds generated by the Iola Car Show, having received more than $1 million since the year 2000. Mark will share a little bit more about the importance of their mission.
Well, I'm Mark Dahl, and I'm the current president of the Iola Lions. I've lived in the community full-time for about 10 years, and excited to be part of this community. Living in Iola, we identify with the car show. In other words, when I tell people I live in this small community, the first thing they identify with is the car show. But in terms of working here, I've been very active with the Lions in terms of setting up the car show and working throughout the show in food stands and supply and such as that. Our Lions organization has been very instrumental in partnering with the car show from its very beginning back in the mid-1970s. And it continues today. A good portion of our funds go to the Lions Camp up in Roshold, which is a summer camp primarily for disadvantaged kids. It's kids that are blind, diabetics, cancer, such as that. They get an all-week paid vacation to be with other kids that have the same afflictions. And it's very critical to our Lions mission. But we also give a tremendous amount of money to the school. We fund scholarships. We fund an awful lot of other service organizations, 501c3 organizations in this community, which makes the quality of life just that much better here. We are so honored to be part of the car show and have that revenue source, which we can then turn around and redistribute in this community. Without it, we would be doing fundraisers on small scale that just wouldn't come close to doing what we can add to this community. I mean, the car show is critical in our minds to our mission. Our funding source is stopped, as it is with most service organizations. Let's face it, the whole entertainment business as we know it has been devastated by what's going on with COVID. You see it in pro football, baseball, et cetera. And without the car show, we've lost our funding source. The ripple effect of COVID is becoming more obvious to all of us every day. It's much worse than we would have imagined 3 or 4 months ago. The partnership with the Lions and then the car show has been a great one, as I stated earlier, going way back to the mid-1970s. It's every bit as strong today as it's ever been. As an organization, we're very supportive of what we see here by the car show. They have a wonderful staff. They work very hard and have continued to grow this car show to a point where it is world class. We only hope that that can continue for decades to come.
Being an Iola Lion member myself and the treasurer, I can only reiterate Mark's point as far as how important the Iola Car Show is to our club and our unique relationship. It certainly has affected our abilities this year and to help out all of our neighboring areas and our different areas that we wish to give to. So next up, before we check out another video, I want to make an introduction. We have Wayne Yoder from W. Yoder Classic Car Auctions and Jenny Gale from Bravo Auctions. And both are very well known in the auction industry, and we are honored to have them both here tonight to help lead the Fund a Need benefit.
We are so excited to be live here in Iola, Wisconsin tonight, and enjoy this next video. Welcome to Iola.
The Iola Car Show is a remarkable phenomenon. Why do hundreds of volunteers, thousands of vendors, and hundreds of thousands of people come from across the globe to settle in the rural community of Iola for a few days each year? We are a diverse group of people from every walk of life and every corner of the earth. We represent different generations, ethnicities, and cultures, but for 1 week, we all come together. Why? For some people, vehicles are simply a way to get from home to work, run errands, etc. Others see vehicles as much more. We spend more time tuning, polishing, customizing, restoring, or building vehicles than we do driving them. For us, our vehicle is our identity, our passion, and in some cases, our livelihood. The experience of working on these machines is much more than the assembly of parts in our garages. We share these experiences with our friends and our family, and the most important creation to us is memories. Over time, the vehicles in our garages become vehicles of expression, connection, and transformation. The power of connecting people with a common interest transcends any mechanical performance of our vehicles. These people ultimately become more than associates, members, or friends. This bond makes them family. We are referred to as gearheads, tuners, hobbyists, or collectors. But at the end of the day, we are brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters. Each year, the remarkable phenomenon of Iola returns. We pack our bags, our treasures, and our vehicles and head to Iola for a gathering with our Iola family. While we attend many car shows, swap meets, and other events, there is something special about Iola. Iola is truly home for our car family. For 3 days each year, we assemble for a family reunion where we share stories and have experiences. We share our passion, teach, inspire, and hopefully ignite the passion we have to the next generation of family members. At the end of the week, we share our blessings with many valued organizations that benefit from our efforts and pay it forward. While the event may last only a few days, the impact of our family is felt for months, years, and generations. Welcome home to Iola.
Iola is home to over 115,000 people who come here year after year for that 3-day reunion. And even though this year is not what we envisioned, wasn't what we hoped for or planned, there are some things that have not changed. And that is the friendships and the connections and bonds that have been made over the years at the Iola Car Show. It's the stories that have been shared across generations, and it's the passion and love that we all have for the Iola Car Show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue the Iola Car Show story. The next part of our program is the Fund a Need. This is that moment where we ask you to make a gift. We ask you to make a donation, a contribution that is meaningful to you. And you can follow along as we ask for the different levels at www.iola.givesmart.com. And on that homepage, you will see different buttons and donation links where when we mention that level that you would like to give at, go ahead and press that button. Go ahead and press that amount that is meaningful to you. And ladies and gentlemen, every amount, every dollar, every donation makes a huge difference to all the great work that is done at the Iola Car Show. And we want to continue the legacy of the Iola Car Show, and this is where we need your support. And our first level of ask that we're going to start at is $1,000. But before we do, if there's anybody who can give an amount greater than $1,000, we ask you to go to that homepage, to click that button, and there's even an area where you can add your own amount, your own custom donation. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get this started. $1,000. If any of you can help support at the $1,000 level, now is the time to click the button at $1,000. If you can support Iola Car Show by donating $1,000 to continue the history and tradition, because Iola is such a special place to so many people. So if you can, $1,000, click those buttons, and a reminder that you will have up till a half hour after the live show this evening to make those donations. And we're gonna keep moving along, folks. Our next level of ask is $500. If you can help at the $500 level, now's that moment to go ahead and click those buttons. Folks, let's rally for Iola here tonight and click those donation buttons. And
I've got a custom one, $600.
$600, Denise and Jesse. Hey, you know what? They're a blue ribbon exhibitor. Thank you so much to Denise and Jesse for their $600 donation. I think we have more.
I've got a $500 one.
$500. Gary Conger says, hey, I want to help at the $500 level. Thank you for your support, Gary.
And we have another $500.
David and Meryl Leafs give $500. Thanks for your support. We appreciate your support of the Iowa Car Show. Iowa Car Show. If anybody else can join them, please take that moment, go on there, click the button. Who can help? Anybody else at the $500 level? Let me see.
I have $400.
We have a $400 donor, and that is David Dibb, I believe. David Dibb gives $400. Thank you, David, for your support. Anybody else that can help out? I do have Denise Klumper Fisher gives at the $600 level. I have a couple here. Dave and Lindsay Manois give $500. Thank you for your support. We'll keep on moving along here. Anybody else? We're going to move to the next level, and that is $250. Who can help? $250 to support our long-standing mission at the Iola Car Show of promoting the car industry and the betterment of the community. Every dollar goes to the Iola Car Show so we can ensure future shows.
We have got a $500 donor.
Oh, wow. Joe Coddington, $500. Thank you for your support. Every donation goes right to the Iola Car Show. And with those donations, we're able to ensure future shows, and we're able to ensure supporting those 130 organizations that we've supported for so many years. So keep them coming. Anybody else? $500, $250. Who can help? $250.
$250.
Wisconsin Region Studebaker Club gives $250. Thank you for your support. Anybody else at the $250 level? Checking my list here. Terry Fry, all the way from Verona, Wisconsin, says, hey, I'd like to help at $250. Give Gary a round of applause. And Gary Konecki from Nina, he says, I'm going to help at the $250 level. Who else? We've got more coming in.
We still got $500 donors coming in.
We're going to back up to the $500 level because you know what? Greg Lasher gave $500. Thanks for your support to Greg. Anybody else? $250. Any amount, any donation, any contribution makes a difference to the Iola Car Show. So keep pressing those buttons. Press them donation buttons. Put in your custom amount. Here we go. Anybody else? We're going to keep on moving. And our next level of ask is $100. You know what? It's more than a car show, guys. It's more than a swap meet. It's a tradition. And it's a legacy.
lifestyle.
It's a
legacy.
lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
And it's a legacy built by you. So if you can, $100, press it, click it. Peter L. gives $100. He's a longtime friend of the Iola Car Show. Thank you, Peter. We have Dale Richter from Custer, Wisconsin. He gives $100. Gene Rolland, Green Bay, Wisconsin. He says, I want to help. Thanks for your support at $100. Anybody else? Hey, look here. I have a $160 donation from Dawn Nelson. Thanks, Dawn. Anybody else at the $100 level? If you can help, this is that moment. $100. Click that button. Every dollar makes a big difference here. $100. Is there anybody else? Keep them coming in. Remember, you have until 30 minutes after the show ends to keep those donations coming in. So we're going to move on to the next level, which is $50. Who can help at $50? Hey, I have a $70 donation. Richard Simeons from Friendship, Wisconsin. Thank you so much to Richard Simeons. $50. I have Stan and Mary Rush from Lodi. Thanks for your support at the $50 level. Bill Roeder, Oshkosh, he gives $50. Thanks. $75 by the Lashwa family. Thank you so much for your help at the $75 level.
I have a $50.
$50 by David Yokman. Thanks for your support. Give him a round of applause. Let's see, who else do we have? I have Dean Willett from Spencer, Wisconsin. Thank you for your donation. Dean Paul Reckman, Appleton, Wisconsin gives. What else do we have? Let's keep on moving here. $50. Anybody else? If you can, click those buttons in support of the Iola Car Show. Keep it up. Watch that thermometer grow. You know what? The spirit of generosity is definitely evident here tonight, and we thank you. Anybody else at the $50 level? I think we have another one.
We have another one, a $100 one.
100. Dan Steele gives $100. Thanks for your support, Dan. And let's keep on moving here to our next level of ask is $25. Folks, this is our final level this evening. If you can help, $25. Press that button, click that donation button. $25. Can you help at the $25 level?
I have a 20.
Michael B gives $25. Thank you, Michael. Anybody else at the $25 donation? Remember, folks, you can go to that home page and you can enter your own custom amount. Every dollar, every contribution makes a big difference to the Iola Car Show. Anybody else? Keep those donations coming. Like I said, they can give a donation until a half hour after the show.
After the show ends, you can still go to the homepage. If it's the number that you want to donate is not on there, you can go and customize your own and put in your own amount. If it's greater than 1,000, great. If it's less than 25, that's great as well.
That is right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for your support of the Iola Car Show. And we just really appreciate your viewership. And it is so great to be here live from Iola.
It is.
It's
It is
so
great to
special
be in Iola.
so many people. So, all right, you know what? We're going to turn it back to Mark or to Joe. I'm sorry. Joe, we're going to hand it back to you. Thank you.
Thanks. I'd like to take a moment to tell you guys about a couple of my favorite auction items. The celebrity dinner has got to be one of the coolest items available. During the show each year, all of our celebrity guests get together for a nice sit-down meal after spending the day at the show. The winner of this lot and a guest will have the opportunity to join them for one of these meals. That means having the opportunity to sit down with such legends of the industry as Linda Vaughn, Gene Winfield, Joe Coddington, Joe and Amanda Martin, Ring Brothers, and many more. At shows across America, you might stand in line for more than an hour just to meet any one of these, and this is a chance to sit down and break bread. Another awesome prize is the VIP show tour with Joe Coddington. Joe is a mainstay and adored throughout the industry, and we're honored to have her as a great friend of Iola. This is your chance to jump on a golf cart with Joe and get an hour-long tour of the show, and we promise you're going to see parts of the show you never knew existed. The last item I'd like to highlight is the Arlo Dillman Caricature. Arlo is one of the hosts of the Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio program, and he's also an accomplished artist. The winner of this lot will get a special prize from Arlo, which is a customized caricature of them with their vehicle. This will be an awesome addition to the man cave or mantle. Now, I'd like to introduce you to our good friend Kelly Beyer of Rawhide Youth Services. Rawhide is another important partner of the Iola Car Show, whose mission fits in very well with what we're all about. Rawhide and Iola have been helping to support each other for many years, and we're blessed to have them as one of our partners. Please listen as Kelly describes some of the important partnerships and programs Rawhide provides.
Kelly Beyer. I work at Rawhide Youth Services, and I'm the manager for the Donor Relations and Transportation area. Rawhide Youth Services was started in 1965 by Green Bay Packer legend Bart Starr and his wife Jerry, and along with their colleagues John and Jan Gillespie. It is a residential care center for at-risk youth, and these are young people that come from all over the state that have had problems at school, problems with authority, problems with the law, and they are welcomed at Rawhide, and we provide them with safe home, security, all the counseling and therapies they need to correct their behaviors, as well as a full-time school. Rawhide began this program as funding, basically. You know, we are thrilled to have the monetary donations from donors, but we also take donated vehicles and then we resell them at auction, either wholesale auctions or some of the items we sell on eBay. And then the proceeds from those sales come back to Rawhide to fund the programming that helps the youth we serve. The car show founder, Chet Krause, and our founder, John Gillespie, were good friends, and both humble visionaries they were. And they worked together on a number of projects to benefit the area over the years. In fact, Chet sponsored the building of a gymnasium at Rawhide, and this allows the youth to partake in sports and so forth, have phy-ed classes and so on. So we're so grateful for that with Mr. Krause. We were thrilled recently to receive a donation of a 1965 GTO from Paul Kardish of Green Bay. This car is phenomenal, and we are in the process of going through the application to have it be part of the Barrett-Jackson auto auction, and we don't see any reason why we won't be accepted, but this car can garner us, we're hearing anywhere between $100,000 and $150,000, and that will support our efforts greatly. It's a really beautiful car. The About Face program was begun to assimilate boys into working more with the public. So getting them out a little bit. I know they've done a lot of work over the years with the car show, coming here to set up, getting out all your garbage receptacles and so forth, planning for seating, setting up the tents, things like that. So we like to get them out into the community where they're working with the public more. They are seen and seeing others and kind of learning how to interact. And they do great work. They do a lot of work with Life Fest in Oshkosh when that happens each year. And we have them busy on campus as well, of course, with different maintenance projects. And then they also go out and they will chop wood or make firewood for people that qualify for the program and meeting the needs of that. And, you know, it just really gives them a sense of giving back and learning that we all need to do this. And that's what makes people comfortable and successful.
Thank you, Kelly. We were so excited when Rawhide called us on that 1958 Cadillac 60 Special. It has curves, it has chrome, it has fins. We're very happy with it. 28,240 miles is on it, and it had a ground up restoration, and the body was rust free.
Thanks, Mary. The next item we have here is a 1912 Model G Sears Runabout. This car has only ever been owned by a member or resident of Waupaca County. Two of the most notable owners were Chet Krause of Iola and Dave Lindsay of Manawa. Since 2011, the Iola Car Show has owned this vehicle. It's hot, so get it soon.
Another favorite item up for bid is the Erie 753 clock face gas pump produced for Shell. This beautifully restored pump comes with the original Shell globe, which is so rare these days. All of its lights work, and it comes with a spare Shell topper made of plastic. Bid now to own this piece of history.
This Richard Petty collection features all 30 die-cast cars commemorating the 1992 Fan Appreciation Tour, the year he retired. Each collectible has the name of the raceway and the date of the race. This display also comes with an autographed gold plate. Petty fans, get bidding.
So many great items. So we ask you to please place your bids, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Those of you who have registered or watching on Zoom, viewing on Facebook Live, we thank you so much for your support of the Iola Car Show. And you know what? I want to acknowledge the staff here at the Iola Car Show. They were such a great crew to work with. And I have to tell you, they have never produced a live production before. I think they did okay, don't you? So much work went into this to bring this all together. So raise your glasses at home. Cheers to the Iola Show car staff. Light up your living rooms with a round of applause for them because they certainly did a great job. Next, we're gonna do something fun. To all of those who registered with us, your name was entered into the winner's wheel. And we're gonna spin that wheel to see who is going to win a 2-night stay at the Comfort Suites in Wapaka is the first prize.
All right, thanks everyone for joining us. Here's our wheel. So if you did register early and you are on our Zoom meeting here, we're gonna spin it to see who our winner is. All righty, drum roll, please. And our first winner is Lee Hanson. All right, Lee, you won a free 2-night stay at the Comfort Suites in Wapaka. Our second winner is going to win a $100 gift and gas card from Quick Trip with 5 elite car washes. Here we go. And drum roll, please. We are looking at Sean Peebles. We'll contact you guys after.
Congratulations to our winners. We're so grateful that you have joined us this evening and your support of the Iola Car Show.
I'd just like to highlight a few of the items that are in the auction tonight. One of them is a lifetime Spectator pass, a lifetime, no pay for a lifetime Spectator to pass. Another one is a lifetime camping site. If you're the winner on the auction of that tonight, that means the rest of your life, you can come and camp at the great Iola Car Show. You have a free pass. You don't have to pay.
For the rest of their life.
For the rest of their life. For the rest of their life, yes. Another one is a lifetime vendor space. That is extremely popular in Iola. It's free the rest of your life. Another great item to haul your items back and forth is this brand new 5x8 trailer. It's got a drop gate on it where you can roll and cart your items up there. These are just a few of the highlights that I'm going through. Another one is Iola, the famous, world famous Iola Car Show tower. I love that tower. It's a painting of it. It's a painting of it that they did special just for that. That's just a few of the items. I can't get over the car, the gas pump. It's all still there. All you have to do is go click that button. And remember, I do auctions for a living, but this goes to something that is for a great cause and you get an item with it. Go on there. If you haven't registered yet, register to bid. Take some great items home. Enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Yes, and remember, you have until a half hour after the show ends tonight to place your bids. So place them, click them, hit the donate button.
Click that mouse, run it over, click that mouse, bid. It is fun and you get something besides.
Yeah, so thank you so much again for your support. And now I'd like to welcome back to the stage, Mark Souther.
As the auction wraps up for this evening, we have a few things we want to cover yet. As Jenny and Wayne mentioned, we are going to leave the auction open for another half hour after we go off the air here. So have an opportunity to make those final bids. Part of that bid process, we also are calling the auto extend feature. So I've been eyeing up that light beer cooler over there, which I can't wait to go have a cold beer after this is done. But if you're bidding on that item, and that's the item you want, and someone outbids you, you're going to have 10 minutes to react to that bid to increase your bid. So if an item has a bid on it and it's a bid rebid up in the 10-minute increments, we're going to keep that open until the item goes silent. So stay online, look at those bids, increase those bids. Again, all those items of purchase are only going to help the car show so we can come back bigger and stronger in 2021. Just a little bit off script. On behalf of the Iola Car Show Board of Directors, I want to put a special thank you out to our staff. They've faced incredible challenges this year. We had to make some horrendous decisions with the cancellation of the show. And as we move forward, there's a lot of unknowns, but they've worked really hard. And again, as of one of the board members, we greatly appreciate their efforts because without them, this does not happen. And tonight's another event that they put together, worked very hard on, and just trying to get us to next year. To our volunteer groups and our volunteers, over 3,000 volunteers help put on our show each year. Even without a show this year, we had a lot of volunteer hours around the grounds. We appreciate that. We appreciate you as a volunteer because this cannot happen without you. We know the volunteer groups are going to take a hit. As I mentioned, I'm the treasurer of the Iola Lions, and it's a tremendous hit for our community, not only giving out donations, but our overall greater area. So our hope is to come back bigger and better in 2021. Let's all pray that this pandemic is somehow figured out so we can move on and get back to some sense of normalcy. So thank you from all of us at the Iola Car Show. We wish you health and happiness and hopefully a better, stronger finish of 2020. And we'll be back here in 21. So thank you for making our first annual Iola Car Show virtual benefit a success. And again, keep bidding. We're going to keep them open. We're going to go have a beer and watch how those bids come in, but we thank you and have a great night.